But speaking of coming out or saying things, we had something on Friday, right? American Idol judge Cara Diogordi made headlines after her appearance on The View this past Friday because I asked about the contestant Adam Lambert and if perhaps he had lost because of concerns about his sexuality and because people thought he was gay. And here's what Cara said.
You know, I don't think that Adam was ever in, so I'm not, you know, I think he was always openly out.
But you have to admit that, the image the person has is very significant. Look at the Susan Boyle case, for example.
It is, but you know, Adam...
But wait, do you think he was always openly out? Because that's not the perception that people have.
I mean, you know, from what I've seen on in various forms of things, I do. I never thought he was. What?
So, I mean, she outed him. Now, there are a lot of people who said, oh, muck, when she did that. Oh, I'm getting used to it, right? So she shouldn't have outed him, people feel, because he says that he would like people to keep speculating. He has not said that he's out. So
well, but earlier that day, Ryan Seacrest had sent out, just around that time, saying, he tweeted something about him actually coming and making some sort of announcement that Adam was going to come out and make some clarification about, because Cara did it for him, apparently.
Oh, so he was about to come out?
I don't know. I mean, there was an email that went around saying he was going to make a statement clarifying.
I don't think she thought she was outing him. Like she said, for everything I've seen, he is what he is. I don't think she thought...
But he hasn't said it, and he said he still wants...
Just because the guy wears mascara.
I don't think she was saying it because he wears mascara.
I think maybe a lot. Every article that had been leading up to that point with Cara had pointed to the sort of sexual ambiguity that had been going on and the fact that that was something he was owning at the time and it shouldn't even factor in. Why was it even part of the discussion? And then she totally outed him.
Thanks
to you, Barbara.
But we were, because Barbara asked the question.
Barbara asked the question.
But remember last week when we had those guys who did the movie Outrage and we were talking about, and most people on this panel did not appreciate, you especially, the outing of these politicians who vote against gay rights issues. Right. So then this is even less benign, outing a guy who's really just a performer.
Well, anyone,
what was the one whose name escapes me for the moment who came out after he was on American Idol?
Clay Aiken.
Yeah, Clay Aiken never admitted it while he was, you know, on American Idol. It was only later.
He was outed on this show also. What is this?
Someone did out. That's right.
They did get outed on this show.
Yeah, do you remember, Barbara?
I don't think she was here then.
It wasn't by a guess, but I mean, truly, I think that it was, I wonder what the conversation was, maybe even between Adam and Cara after that, because that's such a personal thing. I don't think it should be something that should be brought into the public domain.
It should be, you know what, homosexuality should be such a non-issue at this point.
That's what I mean.
That everybody should be able to come out and live their lives the way they want.
It's a non-issue. I mean, we have the whole thing in California with gay marriages. I mean, should they be permitted to people voting for it and voting against it?
But
it still is a major issue.
There's their business.
But the main thing about it, I think, with people who don't want them to come out and who don't want them to have their rights is they believe that it is a choice. As soon as people get over the fact that it is a choice, it will be a non-issue. It is not a choice.
What about the people who
it is what people are.
What about the people who are gay who don't want it out there yet?
They can do. That's their choice.
Right to keep it
but the point is that no one is choosing to be vilified by people.
That's not no one's saying that.
Yeah, but also too, if they don't choose,
people who insist that's a choice,
why are you going to make them? If they choose, they want to keep it private because of whatever struggles they're going through.
The case that they made in the movie, but the case they made in the Outrage movie is that these people, like Larry Craig, votes down the line against gay rights issues, and then he happens to be in the bathroom with a guy.
I mean, wait, that's only examining one aspect. You're assuming then that he believes that what he's doing is what he should be doing. What if Larry Craig in his head, assuming that we're alleging, okay, his situation, he has not admitted to anything as far as I know. What if he then believes that for whatever reason, maybe religious beliefs, that it's a vice, and he would vote not based on what he does in his vice world, but he does what, you know, he votes what he thinks is the right thing to do.
Well, that's a good argument, except that it's so vehemently against gay rights. It's not even in the middle of it. And here's a guy who's hiding his own sexuality, and that's what's motivating him.
You don't know what personally is going on.
He's putting out a vibe. What he's doing is he's putting it out there. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. See how I vote? To hide his own sexuality.
Maybe that's one case. Maybe he believes in his heart, through his religion, that that is something that is wrong in his own personal life.
I do see that as that just strikes me as a little hypocritical.
I certainly am not justifying it. what his intentions are necessarily.
His intentions is to get something in that men's room. It's his intention.
There are people who have religious views. There are people who have religious views, and I think maybe the bottom line, and we're going to come right back, is don't start mucking up with other people's business.